everyone, and welcome to the Pony Pad Podcast. I am your host, Tootsie4ever, and joining me is Turtle Pain and LittleshyFIM.
You scared me.
Thanks for joining us.
Now, we are going to go over a little thing that has happened technically a few weeks ago, but I was kind of on hiatus for a while trying to figure some stuff out. But this kind of intrigued me about it, which is ACRacebest on the Steve Harvey Show. Now, have you guys seen the YouTube video clips of it?
Yes.
Yes, we have.
Okay, good news is it was uploaded to the Steve Harvey YouTube channel, so if you want to check that out, you can. But basically what it
was actually a preview.
No, it has the full thing. Like,
oh, it does? Oh.
Yeah, it has like the full... It's only 4 minutes, which I didn't know that.
Yeah, I was going to say, how long is the full thing? Was there more than 4 minutes?
It's only 4 minutes, but anywho, looking at this interview, I was watching it, and it seemed interesting, to say the least. First of all, they brought ACRacebest on there. For those of you who don't know, ACRacebest is the guy who does all of the Brony Reacts videos, and he also has his own...
What's that?
He also
Brony's React.
No, he also has his own demolition derby where he takes cars and, smashes stuff. And they, now, first of all, they did a podcast over this on his, which was the
Semi-Perfect Podcast.
Yeah, Semi-Perfect Podcast, where they went into great detail about what it was like being on Steve Harvey and a lot of behind the scenes. But unfortunately, I didn't get to see that, but Littleshy did. So, Littleshy, tell them what it was technically about.
Yeah, hi there, Turtle.
Hi.
Anyway, yeah, it was a Semi-Perfect Podcast. Race was just basically talking about all the behind-the-scenes stuff and like what went on and how we got invited and all those details. The recording's up if anyone wants to check it out. But he had some really interesting stories. My favorite is the fact that there was like a psychiatrist of some sort there.
Yes.
Tell him how regressive and abnormal his behavior is just for painting his cars pink in demolition derby and all that. And my favorite part is this doesn't show in the clip itself, but after hearing Race talk about it, you find out that he actually went off the script a little bit and then kind of tripped up the psychiatrist. And that was my favorite part in the whole short because the psychiatrist is rambling on and on. Oh, this is regressive. This is not good. I wouldn't want to see this turn into a big problem. I don't know, whatever he was talking about. And then Ray said, and this part wasn't part of the script, he said, you think all that because I paint my cars pink? and then the psychiatrist was like confused because he wasn't expecting that response.
Oh.
He was like, yeah, that and all, everything else you just said.
Like, in the clip, like, you can... Okay, this is on public TV with, like, I don't know, maybe 2 million people.
National television.
Yeah, national television, probably like 1 million people watching. And it really sucks because when I first heard that AC Race was going to be on Steve Harvey, from what I heard from, I don't know, it was probably a Twitter post, that AC Race, I think it was him that posted this, that said, hey guys, I'm going to be on Steve Harvey with 2 other guests. And at first I thought it was going to be Saber Spark and Black Griffin, but that didn't happen because I guess from the podcast from I heard is that they tried to contact Black Griffin, but he mentioned that he had an agent, and that's when they pretty much broke all ties with him.
Yeah, unions are a pain to work with.
You do not want to deal with agents, especially with something that big, because then they have to pay him and go through all that crap. But
yeah.
One thing that annoyed me is that I was hoping it was going to be like them trying to actually understand bronies and figure out why people like what's very entertaining about it, but that was not the case at all. It was just them trying to cash in of like, oh, you like ponies, but you're a guy. I'm sorry.
How dare you not?
You would think we'd know better than to expect anything better.
Yeah, but I guess my little hype for getting, I guess my little scale on people understanding this fandom a little better was just set too high. But the thing that made me mad is how they brought a psychiatrist on to basically say...
I don't know if they were an
psychiatrist.
I think they were more like a
little asterisk.
Yeah.
No, but they just brought him on there to see like, no, it's not weird, or yeah, that's really weird. But overall, it was just, it's interesting, but I say if you want to watch something better, watch the behind the scenes on the Semi-Perfect Podcast, because AC Race goes into a lot more detail of everything, because it was all scripted, just about.
It was kind of just all clickbaity.
Yeah, very
he said like there were specific words he had to change out. Like they wanted him to say, "I am obsessed with My Little Pony," but he just flat out refused to say that because it's not even true. It's just it's for television.
Yeah, they wanted people to think bronies are weird because that's clicky.
Well, it might be a little bit. I think I can't disagree with the consensus at the end of the "Is it weird" segment. I think yes.
Well, is there anything else that we should talk about on the race Steve Harvey?
Well, are bronies weird?
Yeah, definitely.
Are they?
100%.
Yeah, definitely. We're obsessed with it.
hot.
It's regressive and horrible.
I got a
Yep.
giant Twilight
Yeah.
back there. We're all weird.
Anytime you see someone with a pony, you should just tell them to stop.
Mhm.
Yeah.